Well, here we are then at Laguepie in France for this round of the World 125 Motocross Grand Prix. There you see number 12, Remy van Vries, the Kawasaki rider. Number 5 there, that's the Swede, Joachim Karlsson, preparing himself for the first heat. Now the young French teenager, here he is, Michael PICHON, number 19. And this youngster really is the sensation of 1993. Makes his way in practice, sorting out the slow and fast parts of the track, and well, not all went well for PICHON because he had quite a big get-off. Got back on the bike to return back to the pits, but nevertheless uninjured and ready to do battle. Number 9 there, and that's a gentleman that's been around for an awful long time, John van der Berg. One would describe him as a senior citizen of motocross. Another Frenchman here with the distinctive orange helmet, and that's Yves DEMARIA, former 250 Grand Prix rider, dropping down to the 125 ranks for 93, and things not going too bad for him at the moment. Quite hot here. 26, one of our British contingent, that's Kelly Swanson on the Suzuki, followed by one of our other British contingent riders, Nathan Shelton. Well, everybody settles themselves down, ready for the start of the first moto. Davy STIJBOS there in the background, listening to what the commentators have to say. Fairly big crowd here today. Circuit conditions excellent, dry, good lines, fast racing, lots of jumps for the riders to hoist these bikes over. And first one up onto the line then, it's the young French teenager, number 19, Michael PICHON, followed by the elder Frenchman of the two. This is DEMARIA, number 4. And then behind DEMARIA, number 6, coming down onto the line, and that's Andrea Bartolini, the two of the Bartolini brothers. Well, they're preparing themselves, they're ready. They'll be waiting for that 15-second board to go up. The crowds prepare themselves for the start of this first heat. Green flag goes up to the starter. Here we go then. 15-second board up, 5-second board will spin around. Gate will drop, here they come, Heat 1. French 125 Grand Prix gets underway. Who's it going to be into the first corner? Well, there's a lot of riders banging and barging. DEMARIA on the outside, can't see who got the whole shot. Everybody seems to be in one piece at the moment. And the number 5 on the shirt at the back, that's the French cameraman. He's just there to fool us all. It's not Carlson, believe you me. It's a French little man with a camera on his helmet. How to get us some good pictures, hopefully. Well, there they go, into that field. DEMARIA's not had the best of starts. Battling his way through, up over the top they go. Big group of riders. Somebody's gone down. That looks like John van der Berg. Get a glimpse of that number in a moment. Could be JVB. Well, that's not the way to start the first heat of a Grand Prix. It's PEDRO TRAGTER that leads, number 3. And PEDRO TRAGTER needing all the points he can get now. Behind him is Karlsson, the Swede. That's PICHON, the youngster. He's got the older Frenchman of the two behind him, DEMARIA. Oh, well, this is good news. 84 there. That's Nathan Shelton, first of the British riders. Former top-class British youth rider, now making his way in the adult status. And there's the second of the British contingent who qualified, Kelly Swanson, number 26. Well, it's not a bad day for the Brits at the moment. Tractor it is that leads on this excellently prepared circuit. Karlsson, the Swede, chasing, number 5 on the bike. And then it's PICHON, and a whole group goes through there. Number 11, that's Chiodi. And there is Shelton. Shelton is up there in the top 10. That's a great start for the rider. We're looking for another one of our British riders who's qualified here today. Young Tony Marshall on the Kawasaki. He'll be somewhere in that pack. 15 goes around. That's Leon Gisbers beginning to sort themselves out. This really is a superb circuit for 125 racing. PEDRO TRAGTER then leads the pack at the moment on this first heat. The Dutchman really laying the power down, being chased by the Swede. Then it's the young French teenager. There he is, 19 in that group, top 6 at the moment. Well, there is Shelton. We've got somebody on the floor here. Can't quite recognise who they are at the moment, but whoever they are, I would say that that's their race well and truly run. And look at John van der Berg. He is absolutely clawing his way through the pack. Fell on the opening lap. Has got a lot to do. He's no way going to catch that man. Pedro Tractor, 3 that leads. Second, it's the Swede, Carlson, number 5, and our whole gaggle of riders chasing for 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. And 6th position, it's PICHON at the moment. Chiodi is there in front of that group. So PICHON behind Chiodi, DEMARIA behind those two. And in front of that pack, it's Marcel van Drunen, number 71, or very distinctive with that fluorescent shirt he has on. There's Tony Marshall, 85, the British rider. He's had a lot of injuries in the last 12 months. Last year, dogged with wrist injuries, but he's back and opening his count now at 125 Grand Prix level, and he's not doing so bad. He qualified, circulating around there. Swanson, well, Swanson's behind him. Well, look at that. Way down at the back of the pack is Davy Strijbos, number 2, just gone through. So Strijbos obviously had a get off on the opening couple of laps, not seen by our cameras, but really way out of the points now. Tractor it is that leads. Young Pedro, Carlson, second at the moment, under no threat. Now let's look back for that chasing group. Who will it be? It looks like Chiodi and DEMARIA. And that, yes, indeed, we've seen a change because PICHON has now gone up in front of Van Drunen. So Van Drunen drops back from 3rd to 6th. They all move up a place, but not this man. Out in front. He won, this is Laguepie here in France. The French 125 Motocross Grand Prix. Excellent conditions, big crowd of French and Dutch and so forth, and Italians and Germans have turned out to cheer on their favourite riders. DEMARIA, the Frenchman there, receiving the accolade of the French crowd as he comes down the hill. There's the youngster, about 18 years of age now. Well, look at that, we've got a right battle on there. Van Drunen, that looks like Bartolini behind him. There is Shelton, there is Van Ries. So some of our notable stars at the moment trailing behind some of our less notable stars. Big ruts beginning to build up. Being urged on there. Tractor goes through, he leads. Only has to stay there now. Carlson still chases for that second spot. 17 points if he can stay there. Who's it going to be that comes through 3rd? It looked like DEMARIA. 4th. We're waiting. Ooh, that could well have been PICHON. We'll look as they come around the far side. It could well have been PICHON. That'll be a tremendous ride. All these points help to move these riders up the championship ladder. DEMARIA really staging a late surge at the moment. There's PICHON. Who's behind PICHON? Is that Chiodi? Well, behind Chiodi, it looks like Van Drunen with that distinctive shirt. Now, who is behind Van Drunen? It's a tussle between two riders. Nathan Shelton is one of those riders. He's just dropped to place, it looks like, to Bartolini. But nevertheless, it's still a creditable ride. There is Tractor then. Looks around, gets his last minute instructions. It's still Carlson second. We'll look back for 3rd. It should be DEMARIA. It is indeed, number 4. Well, the Frenchman having a better season so far this year. He wheelies the bike up the hill. Well, up into 4th now, another Frenchman. That's Bethies. Thierry Bethies is now 4th. PICHON then is 5th. That looks like a battle between Chiodi and Bartolini. Yes, indeed. And Van Drunen with that distinctive shirt comes over behind that group. Now, what have we got here? Well, that's Shelton. That is Van Ries, number 12. We sort them out as they come through. Now, this looks like John van der Berg. Now, he's looking at something on his pit board. He's signalling back. He's been told to get on with it. So I don't know what's going on there. That looks like Strijbos behind him. Well, indeed it is. Davy Strijbos comes through. And, well, I don't know what John van der Berg seems to be doing. He's moved over and let him through. So, Well, they're strange. I wonder what was written on that board, or I wonder what his mechanic was telling him to do, but he doesn't appear to have done as he was told to do. So here's one man that has done the job and done it in fine style. The Dutchman, Pedro. Tractor then takes the 20 points and the win in Heat 1. Second, it's number 5, the Swede, Jochen Carlson. Behind Carlson, third, it is the Frenchman, YVES DEMARIA. Behind DEMARIA, it's the Airy Bethies in 4th. 5th then for the youngster PICHON. And 6th for Chiodi. Look at this for a tussle coming around the far corner. Whoa, it's everybody, every man for himself as they come into the line. Well, Van Drunen got there. Well, that was Shelton, that was, battling with Van Ries. I'm not quite sure who got the better of who just then. Well, there are the two teammates, Davy Strijbos and John van der Berg. Dave giving John a lift down to the start, and possibly it was team orders then in the first race when JVB moved over and let Strijbos through. So the riders preparing themselves then for the second 125 heat, led on to the start gate by, once again, the young French teenager, Michael Pichon. DEMARIA, and in the background there, that's FREDERICK VIALLE, number 14. Number 15, Leon Gisbers. Frantic preparations being made by the riders. Andre Bartolini, number 6, that's Chiodi, and the machine, number 11. There is the winner of the first heat, Pedro. Tractor, John van der Berg, number 9, comes around the outside to drop into his selected gate right next to his teammate, Davy Strijbos. Well, there is the 15-second board. They make their final preparations. 5-second board spins. Gate will drop any second, and it does, and here they come. We ask ourselves, who will it be this time that gets the whole shot? Oh, it looks like Pichon. Indeed, it's the French teenager. This youngster is really a French rider, a champion in the making. It's Pichon. We've got several riders down in a heap on that first left-hand corner, but Pichon is not one of them. He's away. Stone guards fitted to his handlebars for this leg. Maybe it's getting a bit rocky in places, trying to protect his knuckles, but it's a Frenchman 1 and 2. Pichon, DEMARIA. Then it's Chiodi, and whoa, they are going through so quickly at the moment. There is number 2, Strijbos. Not a good start for Strijbos at the moment. We're looking back. See who else. 84, he goes through, and that's Nathan Shelton, the British rider. Obviously not a good start for him this time. So we're going to have a tussle at the front between the puppy Frenchman and the older statesman, as far as Frenchmen are concerned, DEMARIA being the older of the two. And these two youngsters, and I've got to call them youngsters because they relatively still are, following in the footsteps of the great French motocross riders, the likes of course, Jean-Michel Bayle and the former 250 world champion, Jackie Vimond. And there's no doubt about it, the French are beginning to produce some top-class motocross riders for the 90s. DEMARIA puts the pressure on the youngster, but he may be young, but he's got a head on his shoulders. There's a battle there between Tractor and Carlson, and there's Strijbos, and there's a whole gaggle there together. Van Drunen is amongst that group, so is Chiodi. These 125cc riders. There's John van der Berg. Not a good start for him again. In fact, a very bad start for him. You cannot afford to get out of that gate slowly in 125 racing. You've got to be in the top 4 if you have any chance of making the top 3 or 4 at the finish. You've got to be the one out the gate first if you stand any chance of winning. But look at this. DEMARIA made his name really in supercross racing for his rather hectic and erratic riding style, but certainly settled himself down in the last couple of years and is now notably becoming a serious world-class contender in this 125 class. There's Carlson. The Gagler riders going through in front of him. We'll sort them out as they come through. There is Tractor, winner of the first heat. Got in front of him at the moment, Chiodi was in front of that group. That was, I think, Van Drunen sandwiched in there amongst him. There's a big partisan crowd. That looks like Van Ries. Number 12 on the Kawasaki looks to be retiring. Obviously a problem of some kind. Either he's taken a stone in the hand or something wrong with the bike, but nothing wrong with this youngster. He still leads his older countryman, DEMARIA. It is PICHON that has the front at the moment. Chiodi under pressure then from number 6, one of the two of that group, Bartolini. Tractor beginning to make his way back towards the front. He has STIJBOS behind him. Behind STIJBOS, it's Van Drunen. They really are going for this. Look at this. It's amazing, this. There must be just a slight difference in weight between PICHON and DEMARIA, because PICHON just seems to have the edge on DEMARIA at the moment. Both 125cc bikes. One being a Honda, one being a Suzuki. DEMARIA goes to the inside. Has he got him? Yes. Will PICHON come back on the inside? No, he tried it, but DEMARIA just gave it a bit of extra cog of the throttle, and he tries again, but DEMARIA shuts the door. PICHON goes to the inside right. DEMARIA stays on the outside. PICHON tries another pass, but it doesn't come off. I have DEMARIA, the more experienced of these two riders, but they are really beginning to pull a big gap over the following group. But it is DEMARIA from PICHON. Let's try and look back, see who's 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, but those at the moment are the front two. Then it's Chiodi. Now, could that be Bethes? Looking very... No, it's number 6. So there you are, it's Bartolini that is back there in 4th. It could be Pedro Tractor then in 5th as we pick them up as they go through. We've got a retirement, looks like, yes indeed, Davy STIJBOS, number 2, had him back for an early bike wash. Well, it looks like he's had a rock in the eye. That looks rather sore and rather painful. Plus 6 laps, the mechanic tells the leader as DEMARIA goes through. PICHON mechanic gives him the board. DEMARIA keeps his head on his shoulders, keeps the throttle wound on, stays out in front as the youngster chases him. Frenchman 1 and 2. Well, it looks like 3rd now. We've got to change. Bartolini's gone to 3rd. Chiodi's dropped back. Carlson is now on the gas. There is Pedro Tractor. Well, there's no conclusions in 125 racing. Look at the French crowd. They are loving this, really loving this. They've got a Frenchman 1 and 2 at the moment. These two will certainly win many a French fan here today. And motocross racing in France is a big thing. Bartolini, it is number 6. Andre Bartolini hangs on to 3rd. The checkered flag then goes out for DEMARIA and PICHON, and just listen to the crowd. They absolutely love this. Well, there he is, the winner of Heat 2, Yves DEMARIA, with Andre Bartolini finishing 3rd in Heat 2. And if you've never been to France to watch a motocross Grand Prix, there really is a maximum partisan crowd here today. Van Ries, number 12 there, who pulled out of that second race. There's Chiodi, number 11. Onto the line he comes, settling himself down and the machine for the start of Heat 3. Two Frenchmen together there, 4 and 14. DEMARIA and VIALLE. Up goes the 15-second board. And the French crowd will be willing DEMARIA or PICHON to get to the front first. They're all over the track, but here they come, and it looks like it's going to be Bartolini, I think, may well have taken a whole shot. Someone's gone down. I can't see who it is at the moment. Well, it's one of the British riders, 46. That's Justin Morris on the KTM. Well, that's hard luck for him. He'll try and put the bike back together and put himself back together. Oh, look at this. And that's FREDERICK VIALLE. The leads from Bartolini, from Collison, from... whoa, as Chiodi's in there. There's DEMARIA. STIJBOS was in front of him. Tractor is behind. Behind Tractor 71, Van Drunen. Well, they really are. There is Van Ries. And Shelton just shot through there a moment ago, number 84. We've got a retirement here. I can't see who it is at the moment. I wish he'd turn around so I could read the number on his back, but nevertheless, he's not. Oh, get off and walk. Oh, that was lucky. Well, that was Bartolini. Oh, that was a big moment for Bartolini, and an even bigger moment for the rider that followed him. He's injured. I don't know whether he did that on landing or whether the other rider clipped him when he was on the floor, but he's not a happy pigeon at the moment. Let's hope that's nothing more than a bruise or two. Well, there's the bike. They're trying to get it started up again, but I very much doubt the rider wants to get back on it. He got it all wrong over that jump. He stepped off the bike, but it's VIALLE that has gone to the front. Carlson then in second spot. Oh, and there is DEMARIA. The crowd are really getting behind him. 11 Chiodi behind him. There is PICHON. Well, I can't see who's got in front of him, but he has got, that looks like Van Drunen right behind him. There's Tractor. Obviously, the French crowd here will be ecstatic if FREDERICK VIALLE can stay in front, or even if DEMARIA can get back up there, or even this youngster, PICHON. They'd love to see a French triple, 1, 2 and 3 in this last heat of this French 125 Grand Prix. Van Ries goes through. Let's sort them out as they come around. Oh, the excitement really beginning to... Well, there's Nathan Shelton. He's had a very consistent ride. That looked like Gizbus beside him, but it is still VIALLE that leads at the moment from Collison. And here comes Davy STIJBOS, number 2. And he's got get so excited up here. There's PICHON. Well, that was actually DEMARIA chasing Chiodi. Oh, I'm getting as excited as the crowd, I think, at the moment. The question now is, can DEMARIA... I think Chiodi has just taken PICHON. There is Collison. And, oh, Collison's taken the lead. VIALLE has dropped back to second. Oh, DEMARIA all over the shop. STIJBOS is fourth behind DEMARIA, and they are making mistakes. These lads are on the edge. Absolutely 110% they're giving. This is it, all or nothing on this last race. There is PICHON. There is Pedro Tractor. Losing touch with the front runners now as Pedro won the opening moto. He's going to take 120 point home with him. There is Van Ries. And it's not been a good day for Remy here in this French Grand Prix today. One retirement as Carlson goes up the hill. VIALLE chases him, and it's still STIJBOS from DEMARIA. So the French crowd will be willing DEMARIA on. There is PICHON, flies the double uphill. You wouldn't believe these 125cc machines, the speed of these bikes. Tractor giving just about everything there is. Ah, look at this. The crowd go wild. One can only assume then that VIALLE has taken the lead. STIJBOS then has gone to second and DEMARIA third. Now can DEMARIA catch STIJBOS and go after VIALLE? It's going to be a French either 1-2 or 1-3 with the Dutchman squeezed in between them. So it really is a French stick sandwich at the moment. There's Chiodi 11. Tractor goes down the hill. There's really nothing that the following group can do about those three in the front. They are in a race of their own. And it is VIALLE, it is DEMARIA. So the filling has been squeezed out of the French stick sandwich. There is STIJBOS back in the third. PICHON, now can PICHON catch STIJBOS and make it a French 1-2-3 at the finish? Well, the French crowd here are going absolutely bananas. Or in the case of the French, I suppose you could say they're going onions. They really are going. It is VIALLE. Listen to the crowd. They are willing these riders on. STIJBOS, second at the moment. 2 on the bike, 2 in the race. He's got DEMARIA, the other Frenchman, right behind him. So they're swapping places. 1 lap after another. 4th then, it's PICHON, and he's had a tremendous day's racing. Then it's Chiodi back in 5th. Top 5 at the moment. That's Carlson. Then it's TRAGTER. Here they come. FREDERICK VIALLE, number 14 on the Kawasaki. From the Dutchman. STIJBOS. The Frenchman, number 4, DEMARIA. Known for his exploits in France. He's a bit of an extrovert. They call him a bit of a playboy. Well, aren't most Frenchmen. PEDRO TRAGTER settles himself down. It's not going to be a good day for TRAGTER here. He's won the 1 race. There's Carlson, who's up in the top 3. Obviously made a mistake out of camera shot, but we're looking for 14. And there he is, FREDERICK VIALLE, leading this 3rd and final moto of this Laguepie French 125 Grand Prix, with STIJBOS coming home at the moment in 2nd, with the other French star here today, number 4, DEMARIA, in 3rd. Then it's PICHON, 4th. Back marker, this must be Chiodi in 5th. Then that would be PEDRO TRAGTER, then up to 6. We've lost Carlson. There he is. Whoa, big wide slide coming into that very wet corner. Checkered flag then for FREDERICK VIALLE, and he is a happy motocross rider. STIJBOS then takes 2nd. We'll look back, it should be DEMARIA, indeed he is, and the French crowd have just gone off the top of their heads. They are ecstatic. PICHON then is 4th. What a race to finish with.
David STIJBOS, you are disappointed with the points today?
Yes, I lose many points because I had very bad luck today. I crashed to the 1st and the 2nd motor. I crashed with start. Only the 3rd motor was better, and finished 2nd in the 3rd motor, so that was okay for me.
Do you feel the World Championship is slipping away with only 2 rounds to go?
Yeah, I think so. I lose today too many points of TRAGTER and DEMARIA, so I think I make no chance anymore, but well, everything can happen, and I do my best the last 2 races.
Yes, because there are still 120 points, and motocross is such a funny game, eh?
Yes, you never know, everything can happen. 1 accident and then you lose again points, but same can be happen with me, so well, I do my best the last 2 races, and I try to take yeah, as much points as possible.
PEDRO, the performance today was very good.
Not so good that I want, but the first moto I was very fast, very good. I got the pole position with the start, so I was gone, and I finished with 9 seconds and win. But second moto I was not so fast. I was too much pushing on myself to race the race harder. So I crashed 1 time and I finished 5th. The third moto going good. I had a good start. Only the second corner I was a little bit crashing or not. But after going very well, I was fast enough. Only Jokke Carlson, he was crashing also on the front of me, and yeah, he do a little bit stupid things, I think, because he let him pass me, and I was pushing on him 3 or 4 laps. So and he didn't pass me. That was a little bit stupid of him because we have team orders and yeah. And after I saw Jody and Pichon on the front of me, maybe he was 4 or 5 seconds away, so not so much. And if he passed me in the beginning, then I finished maybe 3rd or 4th. So it was a lot of points, so I missed him.
But today's performance and your performance in San Marino was very good, because before that you was beginning to lose a big lead. So it was important that you come here for a reasonable result. You would expect the French to win here.
Yes, this race was very important for the last 3 races. And now if he come a little bit closer, but not so much points, 9 points. But I'm still leading with 25 points. It's enough for Brazil and Australia. So, and they say Brazil is a little bit sand, so I hope I win there.
I think Brazil is a little bit sand, and Australia is also sand. So I think your fortunes will be good now.
Yes, I think also, because Australia is a good track for me, I hope. One piece of track is sand and the other side is really hard. So I think it's good for me and I hope to make a good result there.